Hey everybody, Captain Texas here, and today I am doing another tank series review and history lesson of one of my German tanks. This one is my all-time favorite tank that saw service in World War II. I know the Tiger 105 and the Maus are both tanks that are real cool, and because obviously it's the same tank here that's upgraded, but because it didn't really see service, I don't really count it. So I'd say this would be my all-time favorite tank, just because it actually did work. So I guess when I did my review on the Jag Panther, I took way too long. Like the information and all that. My gosh, it was like 10, 15 minutes. Screw that. So I'm gonna try and knock this thing out within like way less time. We're trying to make sure I get all the information out on it, but do it faster so we can get to that gameplay. All right, so this is known as the Königstiger, which is German for Bengal tiger, or some of the men actually call it the Royal Tiger. It is not the King Tiger. That was a mistranslation by the Allies. Though I have to say it was a fitting name, but it was not the King Tiger. It's Bengal Tiger is what this was actually supposed to be known as. The turret on it is known as the Henschel turret design, and it was designed by Erwin Aders, I think is how you pronounce it. Not sure. They were designed in 1943 and first saw service in 1944 and pretty much to the end of the war. The first time they saw service was in the Normandy campaign. I think it was like July 11th, 1944 is when they were first used on the front against the West, and I think they started to see service against the Eastern Front in like September or something. The first company to get these guys were the 503rd heavy tank Panzer Battalion, whatever you want to call it, heavy tank. That's what I have right here. This emblem right here is for the 503rd Heavy Tank Battalion. So I proudly put that on here because those are the first people to get a hold of these babies. Let's see. Height for this tank was about 10 feet tall and it weighed 68 tons. These things were heavy. 492 were produced. As the war dragged on, every time they produced a new tank, less and less of them were made. Probably because obviously they were running out of materials, and every time they made a tank, it was bigger and badder than the next, so they just sucked up more materials. I think there were about 1,043 or something, maybe it was 1,400 Tiger 1s produced throughout the time. There was only 492 of these girls produced, so, you know. But hey, that's still a lot, because this is a BA tank. This thing just got the work done. There's a lot of arguments on discussion boards online. There's even books written on it that there was never a photograph or any documented evidence that there was ever frontal penetration on these things during combat. That no Allied gun ever got through the frontal armor. Obviously, they did flanking maneuvers, and Americans, because their tanks sucked thanks to Patton holding on to the parachute because he was an idiot. America had to call in the artillery and airstrikes, and, to be honest, what took out a lot of these were their own mechanical failures because of how complex they were. Ran out of fuel because, war was dragging out and running out of resources, and obviously the crews were instructed to destroy the tank if anything happened, if they ever broke down or ran out of gas, and that happened. So, to be honest, what killed these tanks more than anything were their own crew members, and airstrikes and everything. What else? Obviously, it's carrying the same gun as pretty much all the others in rank 4. It's the 88mm KWK-43 cannon. Why fix what's not broken? All the tanks in this, all their tanks at that time were getting equipped with this thing because it did its job. It could take any Allied tank out from miles away, and at the same time, no Allied tank could hit the front. This was a really hardcore tank. It's why it's my favorite. It's just the epitome of tanks. I'm also sporting the Iron Cross, obviously, because, what screams German tanks more than that? Am I missing anything here? Oh, maximum speed was like 25 miles per hour. So, I mean, for how heavy this thing was, that's pretty good for a tank. It's not supposed to be a racing machine. It's still just a tank. I'm going to make sure that I played on Finland because that is my favorite map, and it's the best map for this tank. That's why we are sporting our winter camouflage. So I'm going to cut to that now. See, this went so fast. I wonder if I missed anything. I don't think I did, but if I did, oh well. We're really in it for the gameplay. If I missed any facts, I'll give it to you. So I'm going to cut to when we are playing on Finland. I'll see you guys then. Hey, I remembered what I forgot. I forgot to talk about probably one of the tank's most strong points. It's armor, so we're going to hit that real quick, too. frontal armor on the actual glacis, or whatever you want to, I can't remember what this thing is called. It's 150 millimeters, and because it's sloped, you can easily get effective thickness of 200 depending on how you angle it. And obviously, a tanker has to angle his tank. Professionals it's just what you do. So you can always get about 200 millimeters of effective thickness. Turret, you don't have to angle it to get 200, or I guess maybe a little bit, but it's got 185 millimeters. That's thick. And the mantlet's even thicker. At one point, this little ring right here, if you hit that, you're going to bounce off. 300 millimeters with effective thickness can be up to like 347. The front is where it's at. So as long as you get your front of your tank always pointed at them, you don't have to worry about speed or any of that, because it doesn't matter if you're slow. Oopsies. You got the armor to back you up, and you're safe. So obviously the side is the weak point on pretty much every tank in this game. It's only like 80 millimeters thick, with effective thickness about 100. That's where all the ammunition is stored too, is in the sides on like most of the tanks in this time. So that's probably where you'd want to hit, is the side. I know on the Tiger 1 it's real easy to just totally ammo rack them. A little harder on a Tiger 2, but you can still do it. Turret even, as long as you don't hit those tracks, you could be able to pen. But yeah, if you're playing as this tank, as long as you're facing with the front, you're pretty much safe. Weirdly enough, with the way WarThunder works, this is probably one of the thickest parts of the front, but that is usually when you get penned the most through the front, as it goes through that lower glacis. I know they patched it, made it a little harder to do, but it still happens time and time again. Is that the term? Whatever. So yeah, alright, now we are going out to Finland to go kill everyone, because this baby's ready to go. Just had to let you know, obviously, because it's the Tiger, the whole thing about it was its armor, so I had to talk about its armor real quick. Alright, hope this was informative, but fast. I know the other video was probably way more informative, but that just took way too long. I'm just trying to give you some information before we take this baby out. So, to Finland we shall go. Alright, so here we are at Finland. I've got my Tiger 2 with the Henschel turret. We have 20 rounds of armor piercing and 5 rounds of APCR. I only go out with 25 rounds because that way my ammo racks don't have a bunch of unnecessary bullets. It also means my turret won't have any shells in it, so if I get hit in the turret, I won't blow up. So, you know, I've also did a little research. Like, I never shoot more than 25 rounds. I mean, that's a heck of a game if I shoot 25 rounds. And usually by that point, the match is over. So, without further ado, let's do this. Let's see, where did we spawn? I think we're on the spot that I've been spawning on for a long time now, but I'm not sure. A Tiger 105. Wow, that's terrifying. That lucky dog somehow ended up in a rank 4 battle with a tier 5 tank or whatever. He must be down on his luck. He must not be very good, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright, so we're going to be going to the spot where I usually cap on C for this side of the map. The other side of the map, I don't even cap until the end. I usually just get into my sniping spot and pick off targets one by one, but instead we're going to be going, and it appears that people are already on C, a lot of them, so I guess I'll be providing covering fire. You can just get on down there. Oh, correction from the introduction video. This is the emblem of the 503rd Heavy Tank Battalion. What I had on my tank before was actually the 504th. So, yeah, this is the correct one. The first group to get their hands on Tiger 2s, yeah. So, now we are historically correct. Let's do this. So, with this tank, not the fastest, but it's got a very good gun, and we're going to use our frontal armor to our advantage, and we'll be able to ping a lot of shots off of us. Nothing's going to hopefully pen us from the front. The only tank that could probably do that is Ferdinand, Jag Tiger, Tiger 105 maybe, probably, and IS-2 are the guys with the big guns in this match. Russian tank destroyers, I've never really had any problem with them. They never seem to pen me. I mean, they usually use really big guns. I just never have problems with them. But maybe we'll jinx ourselves. I saw there was a Tiger 2H in this area. This little stretch right here is where they all come from most of the time. But since it appears most of our tanks on the map have pushed up already, I think we should be clear. That guy is taking a tree with him. So yeah, let's push up now and see. I see we have B and A. C, that's good. Oh, we got some combat over here. Wow, look at this. That's a Panther 2. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, good night. Yeah. That's it. That's what it's all about with this tank. What's nice about this gun was, when you make your tank gun based off of the original being an anti-aircraft gun, it is the most accurate gun in this game. I'm not kidding. As I started playing with other tanks, I started to see, like other countries' tanks, how I couldn't believe how, inaccurate they were. I wasn't used to not, hitting my target where I wanted it every time. The 88mm has got to be the most accurate gun in this game. It's the creme de la creme. Alright, now there's a Jag Panther over here, and he's got the same gun, so I should probably be careful. But I'm going to sneak up. Oh. T-30, 485. Oh, that was a weak shot. What was I doing? I gotta hit him right here. There we go. That looks like his side. Oh, the shells are lower. We'll go for his turret. Looks like he's stuck, poor thing. There we go. Now I gotta push up. He managed to call artillery in on me. But I want to be careful. I bet you there's a Jag Panther over here somewhere. Right over here behind me. I gotta get out of here because of this artillery, but I really don't like moving up so fast. This is risky. Oh, right here. Oh, that might have been the guy I just killed. Okay. Ugh, I don't like this at all. Yep. Alright. I know where to hit these guys now. Right here. There! The lower on a Jag Panther you hit, the more likely you are to pen it. The higher up on here, the more effective armor it has. So whenever you get the chance, you want to hit as low as you can on it, but not too low that you go under that forward glacis, because then you can have a bad ricochet sometimes. We'll back up and let this guy explode, so yeah, you can actually go. Yeah, I'll let him go.
Take him down.
This guy can go in front. I've already taken two risky behaviors. Let's let someone else go in front and take one for us for once. Now, one thing I absolutely can't stand about this game is the bombers. There should not be bombers in heavy, in the higher ranks where the tanks are heavy. We're too slow. All right, it's not fun to have to take this tank, which is very expensive. When these tanks die, you lose a lot of money. It's not fun to take this tank all the way across the map just to get blown up by some idiot in a bomber who just got it by luck. Like, they just get rewarded a bomber for nothing. And they added some patch now where it's like, oh, now the bombs have a 5-second fuse on them. That's great. You want to know how fast the acceleration on my tank is? I could probably get 10 feet away in like 2 minutes. So if my tank isn't already going full speed, if they drop bombs on me, I'm going to die. So I do not think they should have bombers in heavy. That's my personal... That's not even an opinion. That's a fact. They should get rid of it. Because I'm not you. The percentage of times where the bomber, goes to the actual base and saves the day by blowing up a whole bunch of people camping is probably like 0.1%. 90% of the time a bomber kills someone, it's just some poor sap who's going along a stretch and some bomber just flies by and just destroys them. It's not fun. So, we've capped all the points, so I'm guessing we're going to try and push them back to their spawn and just, you know, deliver the season's beatings, but let's give that a try. I want to keep an eye on this guy's behavior because it appears that he has stopped. That means there must be something heavy, because he does. The M36 does not have too much armor that I know of. I know it's got a decent gun. The armor ain't too good, I don't think. But, well, I guess maybe the other tanks, but I'll tell you one thing, my 88 has no problem going through that thing. So we'll move up nice and slowly. That's twice now they've wanted to give me a bomber, but no, I'm protesting that. I don't want a bomber. That's unfair. Oh, oh! IS-2. We'll move in on them. I don't like that he has that uphill advantage, though. Then again, the Russian IS-2, basically all Russian tanks have very bad gun depression, meaning if he goes up on top of that hill, he is not going to be able to point his gun down at me, at least not until his whole tank is, you know, not in a good spot. So this gives me the time to push up on him, because if he tries to get up that hill, I'm going to have the better shot. Keep an eye on my flank here, make sure no one hits me from the side. I want to be real careful. I don't want to rush this. There, we got some help from this guy. He's in some kind of Panther 2, another rank 5 tank. All right, that guy's got a pretty decent gun. Oh, all right. Ah, this is bad. I can't see him. There we go. Oh, nice job. Panther 2. I think that guy just knocked out my gunner, so that guy saved me. Sorry if my speech is a little bit more slurred than usual. This engine on my Tiger is just so loud I can barely hear. Oh, it would have been nice to kill that Osprey. But yeah, guys, there we go. That was a pretty decent run with the Tiger 2. Let's see what we earned here. 12,000. Ooh. What do we get? I know what this is. Centennial defended a friendly ground unit, 2 professionals, 2 shadow strikes, and 2 one-shots. Nice. Nicely done. Now you guys see why Finland is my favorite map, and this is my favorite tank. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next vid. Bye-bye.